Good morning. Awesome. I would love to hear from you. I put in the comments right there, the pinned comment. What are you doing for Memorial Day? So first off, happy Memorial Day. It is Monday, May 26th, bright and early, super early in the morning. I've got a lot going on. We're going to do some fun things, have some a fun time with my family. And we're just going to have a nice time of it. It's going to be nice. So I hope you're doing fun things for Memorial Day. I woke up first off bright and early to play the puzzles with you guys. I have not showered. I have not watched any streams. I have not. Literally, I just rolled out of bed and came and did a live stream. So here I am. And as you can tell by my perfectly kept hair in the morning. Let's see. What else? There are a couple of family members of mine that have passed on, that have served in the military, that I'd love to honor today. Actually, both of my grandparents, my grandpas on both sides of my family. One was in the Navy, he was a pilot in the Navy, flew airplanes in the Navy during the Korean conflict, and then my other grandpa on my other side of the family, he also served in the military. So just it's a really neat thing to be able to honor them. Here in America, I don't know if everybody celebrates Memorial Day quite like we do. Today is a day off from work and from school and from lots of different things, and we honor. So I looked it up just to verify I was saying it correctly. But on Memorial Day, we honor those that have died in conflict. Now, lucky for us, or specifically my family, nobody died in conflict. Actually, I take that back. My grandpa's brother died in war. So we honor him today too, right? A lot of kids were, pulled into war, whether they wanted to or not, and never came back. And so, we honor those that have passed on. We have another one called Veterans Day. And Veterans Day, we honor those veterans, the people that have served in the U.S. military, that have either passed on or are still alive, or that died in combat, just anyone that has served at all. And that's what Veterans Day is for. Memorial Day is specifically for those fallen soldiers, whether they be Marines or Navy or Army or any branch of the U.S. military that died in conflict specifically. Now, here in the U.S., we sort of treat it as just a general day to remember. We remember everybody that has passed on, right? It's a day to reflect, day to go maybe to some grave sites and just sort of reconnect with family members that, whether or not they served in the military at all. It's just a day to remember those people that have passed on. So it's interesting. I know it's just amazing. So many have caused to not only remember the loved ones, but specifically those that have made our lives better, right? They've made our lives better by blazing a trail for us. So I think that's pretty cool. All right. Now that I'm thinking of it, I just said that he served. I'm gonna ask my mom today. I think he was so I know a lot about my grandpa on one side. That he served in the Korean conflict. He flew in the Navy. I have lots and lots of stories. We have pictures of him and such. But on the other side, my other grandpa that served, I don't know a lot about his stories of military service. I believe he was either Army or... I'm going to have to ask my mom. I'm going to see my mom today. That's the other thing that here in America we love to do. On Memorial Day, we love busting out the barbecue grill, right? You'll grill meats and burgers and hot dogs, and we'll have all sorts of fun just getting together with family. We've got a big plan for a barbecue. We're going to boil some corn, put some butter on it, potato salad, jumbo hot dogs, just fun stuff, right? It's just all for fun. It's good to get together with people that you love. So that's my plan. Anyway, while we're there, hopefully I get to hear some stories of my grandpa and his military service, because I don't know a ton about it. All right. I did also tell you that I was going to tell you the story. I'll tell you some other time between puzzles. But I did want to mention that story that happened only Saturday morning, just yesterday morning, it's not Sunday, it's Monday. So 2 days ago in the morning, I got to meet a new bass player for my band. And he's great. He's really cool. I think he's going to fit in really nicely. So I'll tell you that in a few more puzzles. All right, I see Joker. On the heels of yesterday's puzzle that had King, Queen, Jack, and Ace, and now here's Joker. So Joker, Teddy, Sheet, Fridge, Polar, Towel, Counter, Gummy, Slip, Din, Washcloth, Hose, Reverse, Pillowcase, Garter, and Opposite. Oh, wow. Okay. I saw Opposite, Reverse, Counter, maybe Polar, like Polar Opposite. Okay. Diametric, going two ways. The opposite. Okay. I also saw Gummy Bear, Teddy Bear, but I didn't see any others that really make sense there. Washcloth Bear? What? I also see, like, not bedding, but just like, I don't know, woven things, right? Towels, sheets, washcloth, and pillowcase. Right, this is like a bedding set or something. Items in a linen closet. All right, there we go. All right, let's see here. Slip. Teddy. I was thinking it was Teddy Bear, but I'm not so sure about this. Hose. Oh, like pantyhose? A slip, a garter. Is that the right word, din? I forget what that means, though. No, it's one away. Crud. Okay. Okay, I'm going to reshuffle these. Hose. That could either be like a garden hose or pantyhose. Din. What does din mean? I've heard of that word. I forget what it means, though. Din. I thought it was like in the fray. You're in the din. Is this one of those ones where words are hidden inside those words? Joker. Joker is a playing card. Joker is a character. Joker is just somebody that's a joker, like a jester, a court jester or something. I really thought we were onto something there, right? Pantyhose, slip is like an undergarment, and a garter. You might wear a garter. A woman might wear a garter. Joker? Teddy? I don't know. What on earth is a teddy? I'm going to look that up. I have never heard that before. Fridge, din, gummy, and joker. What do those have to do with each other? Huh? Card games with the first... Oh. Card games with the first letter changed. I would not have gotten that. Okay. Din for gin. Fridge for bridge. Gummy for rummy. And then joker for poker. Well, that's pretty obscure. I'm not going to lie. That one's pretty obscure. Okay. So we created 4 groups of 4. Let's just recap them. We got the green category. Counter, opposite, polar, and reverse. Those are diametric words, right? They're opposite, polar opposites of each other. The yellow category, items in a linen closet, pillowcase, sheet, towel, and washcloth. Okay, those are pretty straightforward. And then the blue category today was lingerie, garter, hose like pantyhose, slip, and teddy, and I am going to look up what teddy means. Never heard of some of this stuff. Teddy garment, cami knicker. A cami knicker? Oh, of course. Is a garment which covers the torso and the crotch all in one garment. It's similar style to a one-piece swimsuit or bodysuit, but looser and sheer. Okay. How am I going to get that? I didn't know that's the name for that. Huh. Yeah, blank bear was the red herring today. Polar bear, teddy bear, gummy bear. You know, it's funny. I started to sense that was a red herring. I saw teddy bear, and I saw gummy bear, but I didn't see the third one, polar bear. That's so funny. Maybe that kept me from my demise. It kept me from my demise. The one that threw me off was teddy, because apparently teddy is just like a one-piece undergarment that you might wear under your, what do you call it? Under your like nightgown back in the 1800s. Oh boy. Card games with the first letter changed. Din, fridge, gummy, and joker. That's gin, bridge, rummy, and poker. A little more obscure. That's why it's the purple category, right? Okay, and we've got a 5x5 today with a couple little answers chunked out at the bottom for the mini crossword today. Endangers, maybe risks, maybe. Bloomin' item at Outback Steakhouse. Delicious onion, bloomin' onion. If you've never had one, they don't just do it at Outback. You can get it lots of different places. But the bloomin' onion sort of like was the first one at Outback, and they're really good. They're super good. Very, very oily. And if you don't like onions, you probably won't like this. This is the way you might trick someone into eating an entire onion, the bloomin' onion. It's really good. Super good. Up the blank. Plentifully. Up the wazoo. Up the wazoo. Lived in. I don't know. We'll come back to that one. You wanted to see me because... And that's a gimmick answer because it has a question mark in it. So I don't know. We'll come back to that one. Rambunctious, rowdy. Totally blown away. Blown away in... maybe in awe. In awe. S, M, and L. That's small, medium, and large. That's sizes. Oh, funny. The Kool-Aid Man. Mascot known for smashing through walls and yelling, "Oh, yeah!" Cool. Kool-Aid Man. And then I see how this would finish both of them. Pesky little twerp is a snot. And then lived in, dwelt in. Hey, we made great time today, didn't we? 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Cool. All right, let's go from the top. We'll look at them. Endangers, risks. The bloomin' onion, an item at Outback Steakhouse. Up the wazoo, plentifully. Hey, Miss Nolo, how are ya? Good to have you aboard. Lived in, dwelt. You wanted to see me because, yes. Rambunctious, rowdy. Yeah, these are pretty good today. These are very accessible today. Totally blown away, in awe. Small, medium, large sizes. And then the Kool-Aid Man who smashes through walls and yells, "Oh yeah!" Pesky little twerp. What a snot. What a snot. Okay, the Wordle today. You guys, some of you know my rule. By the way, if you like what you see today, give it a like and consider subscribing. We do this every day, and it'll just come up into your feed, and we can do the puzzles in the mornings together. With this puzzle, specifically the Wordle, even if you've done the Wordle before, either keep it to yourself, or if you are screaming the answer at me, just know I will not be looking at it. Just as a personal thing of mine, I will just focus on the Wordle and not even look at the chat. So even if you are, spoon feeding me the answer, I would much rather just kind of productively struggle through it myself. So if you've already done it today, that's fine, but I will not be looking. I'll look after, right? Once I finish the Wordle, I'll look over at the chat, and there's probably, 10 people screaming the answer at me. That's usually the way it is, but I'm not going to look. All right, how about... What about... Oops, waste. Okay, there's an E at the end. My second move is to come up with a non-intersecting word, a word that doesn't use any of those first letters. Even though I have the E, I will mentally bookmark that, but I will not be guessing an E until at least the third or the fourth. So, what about prong? That's a non-intersecting. No freaking way. No way. No way. Okay, so somewhere it's blank, R-O-N-E. Oh, drone. Oh, it's got to be drone. It's got to be drone. Here, D-R-O-N-E. Oh my gosh, we solved it in 3 today. That's insane. That's insane. Literally, I woke up. Look, I hadn't even put my watch on yet. I woke up 20 minutes before the puzzle. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. And my strategy works, right? Usually I get it on the 4th, but today is one of those rare exceptions that I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this. Callie Asian always makes fun of me for doing this, but I'm gonna take a screenshot of this because it's all greens. So I tried the word waste, right? I guess it could have been prone. No, it couldn't be prone. I'm thinking of other words that it could have fit there. I couldn't say prone because the P we already guessed. So I first started with just whatever word, waste, and it had an E at the end. Holy cow. And then I tried a word that doesn't use any of those first 5 letters, which was prong, like the tine of a fork, right, is a prong. Things that plug into the wall, they have prongs on them. And that's an R-O-N, all green. Oh my gosh. And then, like, what other letter would there have been? You know, Brone, that's not a word. Actually, Crohn, that's not how you spell it, though. Someone that has Crohn's disease is C-H-R-O. No, there's an H in there somewhere. I forget. Anyway, that's wild. That is absolutely wild. I did it in 3 and all greens today. That's nuts. I love doing this puzzle because I don't know. There's some like thrill of sort of productively struggling through the puzzle, you know. I don't know why, but just when I do this one, I love to just put the horse blinders on and think of all the 5-letter words I know. And today we got super lucky, honestly. And actually a couple days in a row, not in a row, but just in the last 6 days, I've gotten, I think, 3 of them all green, all green, all green. I promise. I don't look. I don't cheat. This is pure dumb luck. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, all greens again. Was it yesterday? Hold on. I took a screenshot of it. I could look. Here, let me look. Because the screenshots never lie. Let's see. Yeah, so today was drone. We got it in all greens. Yeah, and then yesterday, the 25th, we got it in all greens. We got it on the 4th. On the 4th guess. I thought there was another screenshot that I took. Oh, on the 23rd, I got all greens. I said, remember it was shuck, like shuck a clam. This is how I did that one. Isn't that insane? This is crazy. Golly. Yeah, within the last week, I've gotten 3 all green categories. The last one that I did that, people make fun of me for doing that, but I take screenshots whenever it happens. I ended up taking, let's see, oh, that's too low. Here's all greens. This was on the 13th. So it is possible. That's what I'm saying. It is possible. It's not as likely, but sometimes I get it on the 3rd, and sometimes I get it in all greens. That's nutty. That's nutty. All right, we're going to play the Strands puzzle, and if you've never played that one before, think of it like a word search, and we are trying to, there we go. There. Go. We're trying to make sense of this loosely based theme, right? Body language. This could be about American Sign Language. This could be about actual body language. Usually it's a little more nuanced, you know. There are 7 words in this puzzle, and we have to find them. We don't get to know what the words are, and the tricky part is they don't just go up and down, left and right like a typical word search. They snake around, right? So you might have, it moves around. Body language. Maybe this is just language about the human body. Words about the human body. I don't know. There are 7 things we have to find, one of which is called the spangram. It goes all the way from top to bottom or left to right or up and down, however, or bottom to top, however it can go. If you're not quite sure what the theme is, which we haven't really fully uncovered the true meaning of the theme, I love looking at the corners first. Sometimes that will give it away, like an SH. TY maybe. West. There's an OO here. That might go together. CK might go together. Stew. Every couple of guesses that you get correct, well, if you make words out of it, even though you don't get the answer correct, then they work towards a hint. And, maybe we'll use a hint, but I want to sort of unpack this first and see if we can figure it out. This one is extremely easy, very straightforward theme. Not like, yeah, sometimes it's really a stretch. This one, body language. If you're saying that it's more straightforward, maybe like shrug. Okay, yeah, all right. This one is very. What else? What are the body language? Right, a shrug, raise your eyebrows, smile. Oh, just a smile. Is a smile on there? If you give somebody a stale look, no, usually it doesn't cross like that either. Trying to think of what other letters go together in here. There's no ing. In fact, there's no I in the puzzle at all. Shrug is the one we have, and shrugging is a body language, right? It's a thing you would do. What else? Eye contact. Oh, I think I see. Yeah, okay, that's the spangram. Gestures. All right, and we've gotten 2 of the 7. That means there's 5 left. That could be like 3 above, 2 beneath. Shake. Oh, here. Whoops. Okay, handshake. Struck. Woot. Let's see. We've got 4 left. Still could be 2 above. Let's work on it down here. See if we can find something that makes sense. Name. No, it's body language. Hey, Zacchaeus. How you doing? Wait, where'd you see that? It almost looks like the word salute, doesn't it? Maybe it is. Salute. Speaking of Memorial Day, right? Military will salute each other. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear. Rabbit said raloot, and I was like, oh, raloot. I've never heard that word, but salute is a word, and oh, here it is. So glad we knocked that one out of the park. I picked up what you were putting down. It was good. I figured it out. Let's see. Why does that look like namaste? Because it is. Namaste. Okay, these are gestures you can make. You can shrug. So there's 2 up here. Whatever it is, there's 2 of them. I feel like CK goes together. Truck. Trucky. Yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, what a great word. Curtsy. Oh, super good word. Oh, I know this one. Kowtow. Yep. Kowtow. Good call. Good call, Rabbit. You're seeing a couple of good ones there. Okay. Yeah. So these are all different gestures, and you are absolutely right, Gianmarco. This one is fairly straightforward. So we've got body language. Body language. Different gestures you can make. Yeah. The first one I saw was shrug. Right? Here's shrug. And then namaste. It's kind of like a bow with your hands. Salute. Kowtow. Curtsy. Right? Like take a bow. Curtsy. And then handshake. All different gestures. Nice. Some of you guys maybe are usuals, but if you it's the first time coming on, like this video, consider subscribing. I'd love that. We do this every day, and so if you subscribe, then I just come right into your feed every day. And there's only a couple more days that I'll have to do this after work. Maybe if I play my cards right, I'll be able to do this before work. But once the summer starts, I'll be able to do this basically in the morning every day. And lots of you are up early waiting to play, so it's pretty awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Really easy. Just finding the words is hard. If they gave you the words, it'd be easy to find, right? That's great. Cool. Yeah, the puzzles are easy. The solving is the hard part. Well said, Gianmarco. Marco. Oh, my goodness. That's funny. All right, let's do it. Let's play Letterboxd. And if you've never played this one before, Letterboxd, we're trying to span across the letters across the box to make words. We can't use two letters on the same side, one after the other. But we can, and we can't double letters, right? Like a RR or something. We can span across to make these words. And we have to do it in 6 words today, which typically means they are more challenging words, or more challenging combinations of letters. I see a Q, which might be tough. That's about the only tough word I see, or the only tough letter. So let's make good with that. Let's see what we can do. On the top, we've got a C, an A, and an O. On the side, we've got an S, M, and P. I was thinking of something like shrimp. S-H-R-I-M-P. We can't do M-P. Dang it. Well, you can't win them all, right? And then an I, U, and H. Q, D, and R. All right, so definitely the Q is going to be the hard one to use up. Oh, I can't do DR. I was going to say squadron. Oh, there's no N anyway. That's funny. Because I have the day off today, I've been waiting for my alarm to go off. Usually on your day off, you wake up later, right? You get to sleep in. Nope. Guess what I did? I woke up early to be with you guys. Is that a word? Squarish? Squarish! No way, that's a word! Nice. Squarish. I'm trying to think of what else. Hop. I mean, that's fine. It's just kind of a short word. Hop. There's no E in this puzzle. Oh, there's no E in this puzzle. Yikes. There's no S. No, there is an S. Whew, thank goodness. Yesterday, remember there was no S in the puzzle? I was like, come on. Like the E and the S, you expect the easy letters to show up, but they did not. They did not. There it is. All right. Yeah, we could say that. Where is it? H-U, MP. Can't do MP or H-U because they're on the same side. Yeah, it's tricky where you can't. There are certain words that you're like, oh, I could make that word, but then they're on the same side, so you can't make that word anymore. Squarish. Really, what we could do, I mean, look at how we've done it. This thing starts with an S, so if we can come up with a word that ends with an S, we can simply like reverse engineer the puzzle to end with the S. So can we make something with these letters? Trying to think of words that we could create and just add an S on the end. If we can add the S on the end, then boom, we got it. We'll just erase the puzzle and then put squarish as our second guess, or third, or fourth, or however many. Something like camp, because CA are on the same side and MP are on the same side. Do mop, right? Mop. Ramp. Okay, first things first, I'm going to write down what we have. I love this word, squarish. And I hope we get to use it. And the letters that are left are C, D, O, M, and P. I almost feel like I'm playing the spelling bee game because I just wrote them in a circle. There used to be this great old one in the puzzles in the newspaper that was called the Jumble. Oh man, I played the Jumble every day. See, this is the wheels are turning, man. I love that. Cupid. Look, Cupid. Cupid. Whoops, no H. And then if we put the S on it, then it leaves us to squarish. Cupid. P-I-D. And then, but then we have the M and the O to deal with. So if that one, squarish, ends in an H. Oh, if we have an E, we could do home. Or an NG, we could do homing. Okay, we might be able to do this. Because look at this. Cupids. And then we say squarish. Where'd the S go? Squarish. And then we just need O and M. How about homo, like Homo sapien? Okay, that's how we did it. Good. Good. We kind of reverse engineered it a little bit. we made it so that we were trying to figure out like the middle word first, but hey, whatever, it works. Great call. Who said that? Cupid. Rasmus said Cupid, and then I added the S so that it could lead over to the word squarish, and then the H for homo, like Homo sapien, Homo erectus. Cool. What was yesterday's puzzle? Let's look how they solved yesterday's puzzle. Patchwork and kiln. I had the words plotch, hick. I don't know what I had there. Patchwork and kiln. Those are both two very accessible words. Sometimes their puzzle, to solve it in 2 words is like so obscure, and you're like, where did that come from? Patchwork and kiln. This one was, I could see solving it that way, maybe accidentally. Oh, you didn't even know what the game was? Well, you won. You did it. That's how we play it. We're trying to use up all 12 of these words, or all 12 of these letters, excuse me. So Cupids, the S led us to squarish, and then the H led us to homo, like Homo sapien, Homo erectus. If you like what you see, give it a like. Consider subscribing. We do this every day. I've been doing it in the afternoon because of school and because, I teach school. So after I'm done teaching for the day, the bell rings, I come home, and I do puzzles with you guys for about an hour each day. Where today, of course, is a day off, then we are just, we're doing the puzzles early in the morning. And today, as Memorial Day here in the U.S., you kind of, honor specifically fallen veterans, fallen soldiers. But often we use this as a day just to reflect on everyone that we love that has passed on, whether or not they served in the military. So that's kind of cool. If you have somebody that you know, that you love, that you hold dear, that has passed on, maybe go visit their grave today. It's kind of a neat opportunity to just sort of reflect on those that have passed on before us. Consider it the American Day of the Dead, right? We just go and like honor everybody that has passed on. But specifically, according to like the definition of it, Memorial Day, we honor those that have fallen in combat. Now, not everybody has served in combat, right? Or fallen in combat, but, even just people that we love. My mother-in-law called and said, oh, we went to go visit, so-and-so's grave, and it was really sweet, So it's not just, I think the true meaning of it has evolved. I think Memorial Day is more than just that. It's go visit everybody. Cool. So let's go revisit these puzzles. The connections puzzle today, the green category was diametric, things that are polar opposite each other. Counter, opposite, polar, and reverse. And John Marco was quick to point out that the red herring today was about bears. Polar bear, what were the others? Gummy bear and teddy bear. That's funny. But I didn't guess that because there were only 3 of them. I only saw 2 of them because I'm square-brained. I don't know. Items in a linen closet, the yellow category. Pillowcase, sheet, towel, and washcloth. Oh, okay. I'm going to mentally bookmark that. Lingerie, the garter, the hose, the slip, and the teddy. I needed to look up teddy. Teddy is like the nightgown kind of thing that might go underneath when you sleep. So that's new to me. Card games with the first letter changed. Din for gin, fridge for bridge, gummy for rummy, and then joker for poker. Very clever. As I open up the next puzzle, I did want to tell you that on Saturday morning we met a new bass player. We're kind of test driving, turning our trio back into a quartet. This jazz gig that I play. It's super fun. When we started, it was 4 players, and our bass player had to retire. I mean, he actually retired because, he's not working anymore. He wants to travel with his wife and fun stuff like that. And so he ended up bowing out. And then for a long time, we've just played as 3 of us, a tenor sax, the singer who also plays the keyboards, right? Plays the piano. And then I play the drums. And that's been super fun. It's been awesome just to have the three of us. But it does feel like there's something missing. In the same way when you taste something and you're like, I feel like it's missing an ingredient, right? It's missing the salt, it's missing the sugar. Play and stuff. But for the most part, we're going to get back to our regular schedules. Hopefully. Up the wazoo. Lived in, dwelt. You wanted to see me because, yes. Rambunctious. Rowdy. Yeah, rowdy crowd. Totally blown away. In awe. S, M, and L. That's small, medium, and large. Those are sizes. Kool-Aid Man, spelled with a K. The mascot known for smashing through walls and yelling, "Oh yeah!" And then a pesky little twerp. Snot. What a little snot. And then this is, I'm actually super surprised. Like, I wake up, I do the puzzles. Maybe I have like more mental clarity right now or something. I don't know. It's just good guessing. That's really what it is. It's just dumb luck. I tried the word waste, and that had an E that's in the green, so it's in the right place. And then I tried a non-intersecting word, a word that doesn't use any of those first 5 letters, and I tried prong, and that gave me three letters. So now I have 4 green letters. How lucky is that? They're all green. Yellow would have meant that it's in the wrong place, but it's still the right letter, just in the wrong place. And then I'm like, oh, how many words are going to say R-O-N-E? So I'm like, okay, what else? Frone, crone. No, it's got to be drone. So I guess drone. We got it on the 3rd today. Not only did we get it on the 3rd, but it's all greens. So pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. Okay, awesome. So today's theme in the Strands puzzle was body language. Body language. So these are gestures. The first one I saw was shrug. Right? You might shrug your shoulders. And the next one, namaste. And then salute. Right? You might salute someone. Kowtow. Handshake. That's another gesture you can give. And then curtsy. Right? It's like a bow, but usually women are the one that do it. You know, lift the skirt and then kind of bend your knee. Cool. All right, and then letterbox today. We had to do it in 6 words, and we did it in 3. I started with the word squarish, and then I'm like, you know, if we can reverse engineer this to use the C, the P, the D, maybe the H and the M, then we could knock this out in 2 words. Well, we came close to 2 words. We just did it in 3 words. We started with the word cupids. Somebody came up with cupids. Who was that? Rasmus came up with cupids. Or cupid, and then I added the S on the end so that we could do squarish, and then we just had the H and the M and the O. We hadn't guessed the O yet. So if we had an E, we could say home, but we didn't. So instead, we said homo, like Homo sapien, the human species. Pretty cool. Awesome. Well, go enjoy your Memorial Day. I hope that you guys have a really, really awesome day. You get to reflect on those people that have passed on, whether they served in the military or not, you know, people that died in combat or not. I have reason to kind of honor both Veterans Day and Memorial Day separately. Memorial Day typically is people that have fallen in combat, which my grandpa's brother, my great uncle, is that what that would be? Great uncle, died in combat. And then on Veterans Day, we honor just all veterans. But the meaning of Memorial Day has kind of evolved where we just sort of reflect on everybody that has passed on, right? Whether or not they have served in the military. And I just think that's really cool, sort of a Day of the Dead, but in a very respectful way, right? We go visit grave sites and things. And, of course, have a barbecue. I hope that you get to have a barbecue today. Go grill up, hot dogs or something. Go enjoy your day. So, yeah, anyway, thanks for a great stream. Thanks for the chat, and thanks for your input on answers, too. I think that really helped working through some things. So, yeah, You're awesome. Great. Yeah, enjoy your day. Hopefully, if you have a day off, enjoy your day off today, too. And I will catch you on the next one. See ya.